everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House. My name is Claire Candy Hough, and today I'll be doing a general angel reading for the week of September 7th, tomorrow, through till September 13th. Now, do remember, this is a general reading, and it may not apply to you at this time, but it may have some information that you can garner and apply to your life to help you with some direction and to help you with some clarity, or perhaps how to move forward at this time. So the first thing while I'm shuffling the cards is to announce that as of next week, I will be heard on Blog Talk Radio on my show, Angel Healing House Radio. Now, I started at Angel Healing House Radio on January 2012. And Angel Healing House Radio has been running that whole entire time. I was on Blog Talk for 8 years, took a bit of a hiatus to create some Facebook Live TV shows. But now I want to go back to Blog Talk Radio because there was an aspect of it that I really, really missed, and that was receiving callers into the show from around the world for mini angel readings. The Facebook Lives were wonderful, and I did have people in the chat, but I really did miss speaking to people. So I will put down below a link where you can click on to get to my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show. And that's going to be on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's a weekly show. And also the number, 646-716-6794, that you can call in and hopefully be one of those random callers that's chosen to then have your own individualized channeled messages from the Posse of Angels and myself. So I'm using the traditional Rider-Waite, Radiant Rider-Waite tarot deck. I've separated all the major arcana cards to get a card for us this week and see what comes out. Okay, one more shuffle. Okay. This week's card is the Tower. And a lot of people go, oh, not the Tower, but it's one of those cards in the tarot deck. It's neither good nor bad, as the cards in the tarot deck can be read so many different ways. But in this case, the Posse of Angels, my angelic family, is whispering to me that in the next couple of weeks, or as we get more into September, there are going to be unexpected things that are going to be popping up in our lives that are actually going to be tremendously beneficial for us. Now, this could be in love, but they're saying mainly for this reading, it's going to be things that are presented to us in business, in opportunities, in jobs, in careers, for us to move forward. Phone calls, text, emails, snail mail, things like that, out of the blue, and it's because we are ready for it. They're saying now we're ready for it. Who would have ever thought that what we have gone through in the last 8+ months in 2020, and we are very, very different people to who we were when we clinked our glasses on last New Year's Eve, and we were so excited for 2020 to come in. All that we've experienced, all the changes that we've been through have made us stronger. They've made us stronger. They've made us more resilient. And now is truly the time for us to then be presented with this unexpected, they're saying it's an unexpected blessing in order to give us direction and clarity how to move forward. We certainly are coming up on two very important dates. One is on September 17th, which is a new moon, and the number 17, I don't know for you, but for me has always been a very magical number. So that's on September 17th. And also, those of us that are very sensitive with energies, we're already picking up the energies of the equinox here in the States. It's the autumn in the southern hemisphere. It's the spring equinox, but that's on September 22nd. And that will afford us another gateway, a galactic gateway, a portal of energies opening us up to greater possibilities. So the overall theme of this coming week is the Tower, unexpected. And they're saying unexpected gifts and blessings. I like that very much. So let's go to our tarot cards and see what comes out. I am using my tarot cards, which I'm so proud of. On the back of them is the Angel Healing House. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Angel Healing House logo of myself, Angel Ariel, as I had a walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003. Soul exchange when the former soul of Claire Candy walked out of the body and I, Angel Ariel, walked in. So let me shuffle the cards and see what comes out for this coming week. It really is quite an extraordinary time. It's not like, but we have weathered so many storms, and now we're transforming into our multidimensional cosmic selves. Our bodies are taking on so much higher or heightened energies. We're going from carbon-based human beings to crystalline beings in human form, and we're becoming lighter and lighter. And as we go into the fifth dimension, it just seems so joy-filled and so yummy. And as we're leaving more of that third dimension behind. So one more shuffle, and we'll cut the cards and see what comes out. 1, 2, 3. First card coming out for us is the Hanged Man. And the posse of angels are saying that yes, many of us have been in suspension. And the suspension was so important for us. Our lives have been immeasurably changed by what has happened in this past year. And it needed to be so because there were so many realizations that we had to have, that so many came to, that, perhaps they consumed too much, perhaps they drove their cars too much, perhaps they didn't spend enough time with their families, perhaps they weren't honed into what is truly important in our lives. There are just a myriad of things that we came to realizations about, and it's only because we were suspended. In many times when a child is told, no, you can't have that now, many times it's in the best interest of the child that the parent says that, because the parent knows that the child is not ready for that experience yet. And the more they wait and the more the child matures and they grow into it, then they will appreciate it. Well, they're saying that we are children of God, and that the changes that we have been through because of this monumental transformative year have been extraordinary. So yes, now we can see things with a different perspective, and now we have more resiliency, built more character to now go into what we're going to be stepping into next, which many people have said is our soul's destiny, is the reason why we came back and incarnated on the earth in the first place. So that's a very exciting time. The next card that's coming out for us is the Nine of Cups. Now, because of this waiting period, not in spite of it, but because of this, many of us are going to be presented with our dreams and our wishes being fulfilled. But they're saying that if you could see what has to go on in the etheric realm for all of these dots, these different little fairies here, they're like dots which have to be connected in order to bring about the fulfillment of our desires and wishes. It's like this blue genie is the universe. And then when we make a wish, when we intend something so intensely with our heart, whoop, out pops the little fairies. They're like the little dots that fly off and connect the people, the places, the events, and these are done for our highest good. That's why it takes quite a while for intentions and wishes and dreams to be realized, because they want it to come in for the greatest good of ourselves, which is the greatest good for our soul's growth and expansion, and the greatest good for everyone else. And so it does take a lot of effort and time to connect all those dots, and for us to be ready to receive those wishes as well. But this is the wish card in the deck. The next card that is coming out for us is the Empress card. Beautiful card. I don't know if you've felt like this, but ever since we've made the changeover from August to September, it seems that for the conscious collective, there have been such an extraordinary energy surge in creativity. Create, create, create. And certainly our fertile, bursting with possibilities Empress is telling us, create, create, create. Because she's saying, and then there's the wheat, there's the harvest, the abundance. What we are creating now, the energies of what we are creating now are bringing in a harvest of fruits. These are the fruits and the energies that are bringing in harvest for us, of people to recognize, of people to acknowledge, support, and promote what we are doing. But we need to create. Also, the posse of angels are bringing my eye to the pomegranates and the pomegranate trees in the back. This is about our divine feminine inside of us, allowing ourselves, the divine feminine, to rise. Don't push, don't force, don't try to control your creativity. Some people would have an idea and think, oh, how am I going to market that? I don't have the money to distribute whatever this is. I don't have the technical abilities. And then they just stop. They just immediately cut off their creativity. They're saying, allow the divine feminine to come out of you. This is yielding. This is soft. This is receptive. This is that emotional nurturance inside of us to mother our ideas and to just bring them forth with great joy and great excitement, like childhood excitement in our heart. Don't wonder where it's going. Remember that 3 is the number of magic, miracles, and synchronicities, and that wherever 3 or more are gathered in that, miracles occur in that divine essence of channeling. You were given the idea, and bring it forth. Give birth to it, they're saying. The next card that is coming out for us is the Ace of Wands. The more we create, the more we intend those wishes, we hold that focus, and we put that energy into our wishes and our intentions, then that goes into the soup of the ethers, if you want to call it that, and then the hand of God, the universe, presents us with that idea, presents us with that fresh new start. This is the idea they're speaking of that will transform our lives. It's a transformation of our lives that are going to set us on a new path. Many people have wondered, well, where do I go from here after, the first 8 months of 2020? Maybe a lot of people have no longer have employment. Maybe a lot of people have been put in positions where they do not know where they're going to go next. But this is saying that those creative ideas that are coming in will present us with that fresh new start of transformation in our lives. The one is a card of new beginnings, of fresh starts. It's also a card, I'm hearing, of leadership. Of leadership. You are now, whether you know it or not, you're now the new thought leader on the planet. And you're going to be given ideas on how to implement that. Don't worry about that. If you're open, you're now vibrationally, your frequencies energetically are high enough to be able to work directly with God and the angels, to work with Spirit in order to know how to step forward. And you will be shown, they're saying, and you will be shown. You will be shown because the Page of Pentacles that comes next, you see this fellow leaning by the tree? He opens a book and suddenly that light is presented to him, the light of direction on how to tangibly and physically bring abundance and prosperity and wealth into your life. And this does have to do with our very grounded way that we're going to be stepping forth and being those leaders on the planet. So this could come in the form of a text. It could come in the form of snail mail, if anybody uses a written letter anymore. It could become in the form of emails, of calls, of all different communiques coming in and telling us and offering us different ways that we can bring more abundance in our lives. So this, they're saying, yes, this could come in the way of love, but they're saying more than not. This is meant for those people who are asking Spirit about a business opportunity, some kind of offering in a job, in a career, something that will financially remunerate our gifts, our talents, and our abilities, and the things which we have created. And again, I'm hearing create, create, create. The last card we have is the Seven of Wands. Now, I always say that the number 7 is doing the work of the divine. Now, a lot of people read this as a competition card, rising above the competition, when in fact, there is no competition. We're only in competition with ourselves. But this is the card of also rising above to be seen as that authority, to be seen as a leader in your field. They're drawing my attention to these two lights that have gone on to expose us to the world in order for us to do what our soul came back to do. So beautiful there. And they said to look under the deck. Surprise, surprise, what's in front of our eyes? Is this one? We have the Four of Pentacles. They're saying that we have a stronger foundation. We have a new stability about us, a more secure foundation to be able to now go forth into the world And I love the beautiful animals on this card, in the jungle in this card. And they're saying that that when we're offered this gift, when we're offered this blessing or this opportunity, it will be like a gift. It will be like a blessing for us, because we will be shown the direction to go in, and we will feel so much more joyful about our lives. We won't feel like we have to hang on so tight to what we have. Now, before I go to those fairy cards and my lovely Milagros charms, before the reading, I chose a rune, which was this one, which was Dagat's, and it's the rune. Oh, I love that it's 22, another master number. Breakthrough, transformation are the two words, and I'll read a bit of it. Here is the final rune belonging to the cycle of initiation. Drawing Dagat's often signals a major shift or a breakthrough in our lives, and it's in the process of self-change. It's a complete transformation in our attitude and our perspective. And what was our first card? Our first card was a change in perspective and attitude and our perceptions, because we were held up. It was the Hangman's card. It's also saying that Dagat's breakthrough is about a 180-degree turn for us. And when many are going to be shown that tower moment, it will be like our whole world is going to change. For some, the transition that we are going to be stepping into is so radical that we no longer can continue to live the ordinary life in an ordinary way. Because the timing is right, the outcome is assured, although not from the present vantage point predictable. It may not be predictable, but it may be extraordinary. In each life there comes at least one moment which, if recognized and seized, transforms the course of our life forever. Rely, therefore, on radical trust, even though the moment may call for you to leap empty-handed into a void. With this rune, your warrior nature reveals itself. Now, there could be many people that are saying, oh, I wish for this, I wish for this, I wish for this. But when it's presented, they're like a deer in the headlights saying, oh, I couldn't possibly accept this. A major period of achievement and prosperity is often introduced by this rune. And the cards were about a sudden blessing coming, a message of that prosperity coming in. The darkness is behind you now. Daylight has come. Nevertheless, you are reminded not to collapse into yourself, into your thoughts about the future, or to behave recklessly in your new situation. Considerable hard work can be involved in a time of transformation, but understand that this did not happen by happen chance. Your soul created this in order for you to step into it and for it to be done absolutely joyfully. So let's go to our fairy cards and see what we are going to be offered here. Yes, the posse of angels keeps saying over and over and over, the more that you create, the more blessings you will receive. How about that? The more you create, the more blessings you receive. Know that we are transforming in every single moment. Our bodies are going from carbon-based to crystalline because we're holding more light. And going to crystalline bodies, we are living in the fifth dimension and higher. And in the fifth dimension, we experience joy. We experience the realization that we are divine. Wherever we go, we bring with us this joy and this bliss and this peace. It's just such an exciting time on the planet as the planet ascends, as each one of us allows ourselves to ascend as well. The card out of the fairy deck is the gift. How beautiful. There's a little gnome there with very pleased as punch fairy. And it's a number 47, which is a master number 11. The message on the bottom is a present, an offer, nurturance of yourself, growth, and potential. And what have we been speaking about? We've been speaking about blessings. We've been speaking about wishes. We've been speaking about the hand of God presenting something to us. And I'll just read a little bit about this. I won't read the whole thing, but just the snippets of it is, it's a gift, a blessing, which has to do with your well-being, your health, and your transformation. A proposal, an offering to help you change your life that has enormous substance and enormous potential to it. Okay, and this is, it's converting your ideas through your creativity into very practical, tangible ways to be seen in your life. So this is another confirmation about the gifts and the blessings that we're creating at the moment for ourselves. And as they keep saying, those fruits of those harvest of fruits coming to us because of the things that we created. So it's a very, very fertile time. And also the divine feminine, as we spoke about in the Empress card, the divine feminine is rising on the planet. So again, you don't have to push anything. You don't have to force anything. It's just in that beingness of joy that's going to help tremendously to bring in the harvest for you. Let's go to my Milagros charms. These are silver charms to, I know they're very noisy, sorry about that, but let's take a handful and put them on the, okay, there we go. The first one coming out, oh, here we go, is an angel wing. What is going to be presented to us is divinely meant to be. It's divinely meant to be. Now, you don't, with your free will, you don't have to accept it, but your soul has called this in. Your soul has called this in to be all that it could be and to be its authentic, truest self. As I've said before, we are becoming that multidimensional, cosmic being that we were always meant to be here on planet Earth, and living in freedom, living in joy, living in abundance, and living in unity with one another. This is divinely meant to be at this time. The next card that the next card, I'm so used to saying cards, this is the next charm we have is the steering wheel of a ship. And this is saying that what is divinely coming in for us with the angel wing is going to set us on a course of a new direction in our lives, a direction in which we are going to shine, a direction in which we will be recognized, in which we will be able to help ourselves with such creative joy, but also be able to be of a help for others who are just awakening at this time. Oh, look what we have next. We have Wise Old Owl. Now they're saying when you are presented with this idea, or when you're presented with this communique that comes in, that offers this blessing, this job, this career, this opportunity, whatever this is to give us new direction, they're saying that now we're wise enough because we've been held up, just like the Hanged Man, because we've been held up and gained so much perspective and a new perception about life, gained resiliency and built this character, very strong character within us, that our intuition will tell us where to step forward. Also, we're now wise enough to know that we are working with our raised vibrational frequency, working in the fifth dimension and above, We are working directly with spirit. We can hear spirit. We can sense them. We know this with our intuition, and we know what to step forward into for our greatest, not only our greatest good, the growth and expansion of our soul, but the greatest good of all concerned. So we are now all wise old owls. The next the next charm is a little horse. Horse is, for me, about movement forward. They're also about gaining our personal power. Very powerful symbol is the horse. And this is saying, yes, that once we are shown that direction to go in, and once we connect with spirit, God, and your own angels, your own intuition, your higher self, then you'll be able to make that movement forward, feeling empowered inside. The tree is saying there's great growth for us. You know, we are going to be blossoming, and we are going to be growing into again all that they could be. The anchoring into our life. Many of us finally feeling like we've come home to ourselves. All of this that we went through was not for naught, but that it was leading us to this brand new day. Oh, I love this. The next one is the whale's tail. And they're saying, be careful what you wish for, because in the fifth dimension and above, we do get what we wish for. So be very careful about your thoughts, what words you use, the things you say, the things you feel, and only put your emphasis on that which you desire to manifest. The next one is money, is money. And yes, this could do with our physical and our physical financial abundance to provide more security and more foundation, more prosperity, more wealth for us, so that we can help others as well with our newfound abundance. And I love the last two that came out. They're almost in conjunction with each other, because we have the bee. The bee is about the sweetness in life and living those sweet lives, and also about working in and collaborating as a sense of community with others, because now, when those wishes are coming true, we are going to be collaborating with others to bring forth these wonderful new structures and these new systems for the new earth, for this golden age of prosperity, of truth, of peace, of love, of compassion, of living together on our planet. And the last one is the bluebird of happiness coming in. So, what a beautiful reading. Thank you to the Posse of Angels. Thank you to you for tuning in. Do remember that I will be on Blog Talk Radio on my Angel Healing House radio show as of next week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I would absolutely love it if you would call into my radio show and to discuss perhaps the topic that we're going to be speaking about, which is the galactic gateways, which is the way our bodies are now crystallining, which are these massive portals of energy that our physical bodies are trying to get used to, these times of ascension on planet Earth. You can call in to discuss the topic, or you can call in for a free mini angel reading. So I'm wishing you love, and as always, angel blessings. Go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself this week. Do remember, if you're interested in my services, to learn Reiki. I teach Reiki and have taught for the last 18 years. I've taught over 100 Reiki practitioners and master teachers from around the world. I teach on all levels, online or in my beautiful office here in Santa Monica, California. If you're interested in intuitive counseling, if you're interested in those angel tarot readings and channeled messages from my angelic family, the posse of angels, or the beautiful, re-energizing, tranquil, peace-bringing, Reiki healing energies that can be done in my office or distant healing, you can call Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716, and that's Pacific Standard Time. So go out and fashion a beautiful life for yourself, everyone. Love and angel blessings. Take care.